Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rabakakwadash. Double underselled apostles, a great millstone, do well. Peace, love, and blessings also to you, brothers on the highways and byways. That's been the potential 144,000, the hopeful elect, starting with you. And also the rest of the elect will consist of the 1/3, men, women, and children. Okay, blessings to you and your households. Okay. I'm that fellow labor Kanaka coming at you once again. That lesson, Lord's will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai's lessons edifying and exhorting. And I'll title this something to the fact of Watchmen. All right. And Lord's will, I just do a series. All right, keeping up with these prophecies. We'll see how it goes, but that's just where the spirit is at with this title, this current title right now. But here it is. Brothers posted this yesterday, and then I got some more information, some more spiritual ammunition, if you will, to add on to it. This is 3-minute 53-second video. We'll let this play, and then I'll get some more information, and we'll get into the precepts.
Breaking news. You've been given the date. The US dollar is going to collapse on the 1st of January 2024. So this is breaking news, and you have just been...
And this is just a, I guess I'll use the word disclaimer, that, if you research this, it doesn't clearly say that the dollar will collapse on the 1st. What he's alluding to is that if this happens, or if this event takes place, basically it will be fatal to the US dollar. All right, because you search this up, it's they're not saying, oh, the dollar will collapse on the 1st. This is basically what eventually will happen. All right, when this event takes place from these BRICS nations.
Given the date, or they have just given you the date, and you can find videos of them announcing this. So this was an official announcement from the BRICS summit from 2023 conference, where they were talking about expansion, and they have announced that there are going to be, from the 1st of January 2024, there's going to be new members that are joining. These members are Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia are officially joining. They've announced this. They are officially joining the BRICS Consortium of Nations on the 1st of January 2024. Coming up. Why is this the end of the US dollar? Well, if you look at the last two nations in that list up there, that's the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. So you're talking about all of the oil. These Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest producers of oil globally, and I think it was Ronald Reagan did a deal for military protection where Saudi agreed that they were only going to sell oil in what's called petrodollars, and what that did was to cement the US dollar as the world's reserve currencies, because effectively it was backed by oil by default. Other than that, the US dollar is only backed by debt. What this means is, as of the 1st of January 2024, Saudi Arabia will not be selling oil in petrodollars, and any other country that produces oil within the BRICS sort of conglomerate will not be selling oil in petrodollars. And what that means is, folks, that the only commodity that by de facto underpinned the US dollar is disappearing. The agenda of the BRICS sort of consortium of countries and coming together is de-dollarization. And what this means is that they're looking to take the world away from the US dollar as the global world's reserve currency. These countries added together, these new members that are joining on the 1st of January added together, you're talking another 300 million plus people added into this, and another over 400 billion in GDP added into this ever increasing block. There are more and more countries that are applying to join this. Now, like I say, the only thing underpinning the US dollar is built on debt, and it's the only thing underpinning it really was its status as the world reserve currency. It was used to trade oil and things like this. The fact that Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are officially joining, that's been announced now, folks, officially joining on the 1st of January 2024, that is the date that they've given you. That's the date that the US dollar, as the world's reserve currency, dies, because then there's nothing else backing it up. In order to be a member of BRICS, they're not going to be allowed, conditions of their membership is they're not going to be allowed to be able to sell oil in petrodollars, which marks the sort of shift in this sort of world power, and a big shift from west to east. So you've been given enough warning, folks. The 1st of January 2024 is your date. They've just announced it to you. I think it was today. It's just breaking. Again, if not financial advice, do your own research. But again, the US dollar, the date has been announced. Keep that in your diaries. Take care of yourself. Stay blessed.
So, I mean, you know, like the elder Ariala been bringing out from Dallas, at the end of the day, it's the elites on both sides of this. But one of their plans is to uproot this system, this US dollar, this current monetary system, and erect basically the digital system so they can give you the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16, which is the RFID CHIP. Okay, you got to start speaking back in code again. Brother's channel just got basically flag for this situation, you know, that's popping back up. So, you know, this is the time we're living in. But the point is that the only thing that was keeping the U.S. dollar afloat was it being that it basically was a petrodollar. All right. Saudi Arabia being the #1 exporter of oil that supplied of, you know, I'm being generous, probably the 80% of the world with oil. In order to buy their oil, you had to convert your money into the US dollar. All right, so, which is a smart move by the US. You know, very, very smart. All right. But now that coalition or that union is broken between the US and Saudi Arabia. So what's backing the US dollar? Now, which leads to the point I want to make. Only thing backing the US dollar now is this military. Okay, that's it. That's all they got to rely on now is the military. That's it. So my personal opinion, before January 1st, you know, America has to go to war. Basically, America has to go to war to keep its dominance. That's all they have now. The U.S. dollar was their last, basically, stronghold. So now all they have now is a military, is a strong military. Okay, so my opinion, before this happens, something major has to take place. A major event has to take place, and somebody has to be blamed. Maybe the Iran situation will pop back up. All right, but the U.S. has to start a war very, very, very soon, because that's all they have now is the military. You know, as far as leverage, that's all they have is the military. So something's got to happen. You know, with these countries moving, the U.S. is losing its dominance. His only option now is to go to war, which is beautiful. So I believe from now to January 1st, a major event is going to take place. Okay. And here we go right here. You know, this is popping back up. As you can see, blank cases and I don't want to say this, on the rise again. This is posted an hour ago. That's why I'm just showing you recently, hour ago, 15 minutes ago, on the rise. All right, enters in Labor Day weekend. All right, so we off Monday. Palm Beach football game postponed due to blank cases. Florida high school postponed football game because of... So these are all recent. 3 hours ago, 15 minutes ago, 8 hours ago, 1 hour ago. Okay, so here is 15 hours ago. Blank actions are increasing again in Colorado. And see is NPR, a U.S. blank rise, will mass mandates return. So here it is. You know, the media, just how a car company will put their car on a commercial to get you to, because they're trying to sell you the car. The news is no different. This is what they're trying to sell you. All right, so they're letting you know this. They want you to buy this. Like, once again, a car company will post their car. They want you to buy their car. Well, the U.S. government, this is what they want you to buy right now. So that this is gonna flood the media real soon if it hasn't already. All right, but let's get to it. And why is this so important to us that the U.S. is on its way out of here? Let's get it real fast. This is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. In NIV, it says, from early times, the prophets who preceded you and me. So, you know, and it's been prophets all the way from the beginning, all right, during the time of Adam and Eve. It says, and me have prophesied war, disaster, and plague against many countries and great kingdoms. So this is a downfall of this kingdom. Okay, this is why this is very important, because this is the collapse of this dollar. Once again, is going to lead to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, Revelation 13 and 16. That's what it's going to lead to. So that's why we're watching this. So you got men. Let's get it. All right. Isaiah 62. I'm going to start from the top, though, because it's beautiful. Isaiah 62. Is it? Yeah. Isaiah 62 from the top. It says, for Zion's sake will I not hold my peace. For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also you Israelite foreigners, okay, that may look like the other nations, but you believe in His truth. You have faith, which is a gift that only the Most High can bestow upon you. All right, you are the true seed of Abraham, no matter what you look like. But on a broad sense, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Most High say He will not hold His peace. And how we know the Most High is not holding His peace? But He has His prophets out there speaking. Okay, it says, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest. So the Lord isn't resting. Who do you think is stirring up all these things? The counsel of the Most High is taking place in the heavens daily. All right. It says, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. So the Lord's going to continue to work, push these prophecies, because He's bound by His word. He's bound by His prophecies. All prophecies must come to pass, or else that will make Him a liar. So He has to push these prophecies, work on the minds of the people to usher in the salvation by the way of what they call UFOs, the chariots of the Most High, spaceships, if you will. It says, and the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou, and I believe this is talking about, the other nations. All right, this Gentile is talking about the other nations. It says, and the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name. And just, meaning refreshed. We're going to be Israel. We're going to be the Israelites. So that's going to be refreshed. It's going to be a new thing to the nations, because they're not calling us Israel. We're despised. We're looked down upon. Okay? So it's going to be like a new name when we're called the sons of God, the Israelites again. It says, it shall be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of Yahweh. So we're going to be a crown of glory. The Lord is going to glorify us. He's going to take us out of the slums, take us out of the mud, and He's going to set us up. All right, he's going to beautify us in the sight of the nations as he's currently dethroning the nation, bringing one down. It says, in the royal diadem in the hand of thy power. As the scriptures say, Babylon has been in golden cup in the Lord's hand. The Lord raised up America. Now he's bringing it down. I'm going to show you the Lord is in control. The U.S. dominated the planet Earth. Now you have nations rising up against it and basically dethroning it, bringing it down. Why? Because the Lord is uplifting on the right-hand side. The Lord is uplifting his people. So as America is being brought down, the nation of Israel is only going to be elevated. As the nation of Israel is being elevated, the nation of Edom is only going to de-elevate. It says, thou shalt no more be termed forsaken. Because it looked like we were forsaken. We went into captivity. Nobody was there to help us. We're just completely helpless, man. No God, no heritage, nothing to turn to. But the Lord said, thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate. But thou shalt be called Hebzibah, and thy land Beulah, for the Lord delighteth in thee. And thy land shall be married, for as a young man married a virgin, all right, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall thy power rejoice over thee. So we're going to be joined unto our land again, our heritage. Okay, because marriage means to basically be joined together, become one. All right, and the Lord said you're going to rejoice as the bridegroom, because that's what we're waiting on when you go into the New Testament. Goes to show you the agenda hasn't changed from the new to the old. All right, it's prophecies in the Old Testament that haven't took place yet. All right, so for that, that dogma, mainly Christian dogma concerning the Old Testament is done away with. Well, there's prophecies in the Old Testament that haven't took place yet. So how can the Old Testament be done away? It says, and as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall thy power rejoice over thee. All right, so the Lord is going to rejoice over us again. And this is the point. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. So this is a blessing from the Lord. Because the Lord has possessed men, all right? The Lord has possessed men with the Holy Spirit. These men are possessed. Meaning they're programmed to do nothing but sit back and watch these prophecies. To sit back and watch the enemy, okay? And watch his every move and giving them the wisdom how this correlates with Bible prophecy. Okay? So that's a blessing, man. The Lord, man, 2/3 have no idea what the Lord has done. What he said, for Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest. How is that taking place, man? Come on. The Lord is showing out. He has care for his people. And you just don't see the importance of the prophets. The importance of these men. That shows you the love and the care of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You guys are looking for something carnal. You guys are looking for carnal riches. That cannot help you in a position that you're in right now. Money will do nothing for you in a position that you're in right now because you're still in the flesh. Okay, you're looking like, man, we're still poor. Look, that money is not going to help you get out of the situation that you're in. The Lord has set up his men. The Lord said, I've set up pastors. All right. Let's see if we can get that real quick. Jake got the wrong thing going on. Jeremiah 3:15 right here. I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Jeremiah 3:15. Been a minute since I visited that scripture. That's the point. Because that's what you need right now. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It says, which shall feed you with knowledge. That's what you need right now. Knowledge and understanding. You don't need no damn money, man. Okay? Because that is not going to help you. The Lord can give us all money, give us a million apiece, and Jacob probably further destroy himself, man. Come on. What's the point? The Lord, this is the Lord. The Lord said, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. And this is speaking to the elect, because we know 2/3 are not going to hear it, man. Okay? It just is what it is. We shall never hold their peace day nor night, ye that make mention of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So the Lord, starting with Yahushai, that's why this is so beautiful. Starting with Yahushai, the Lord has set up an office, all right, a very important office of mediators, pleading with you. It's like you're pleading with the Most High for you, okay? There's an order, pleading with the Most High for you. The Lord has always had a mediator. Now He's set up mediators all over the planet to plead with the Most High concerning the cause of Jerusalem. Okay? So we're praying to the Most High. We're asking Him how long. That's what the prophets would ask. How long, oh Lord? Okay? And we're sitting back and we're watching. And we having eyes to see. We see the Lord is moving. We ain't sitting back like, man, the Lord ain't coming. Nah. No, don't get me wrong. You know, sometimes you get tired. You get aggravated, so to say, agitated. Because you got to patiently wait on the Lord to make His move, because the Lord is going to do what He's going to do in His time. All right? And what can we do? Only thing we can do is sit back and wait. It is what it is. You know, how can we haste above the highest? We just got to wait. But we see the Lord is working. The Lord is working, man. Okay? So that's pretty much it. You know, Lord's willing. This is edifying. Till next time, giving all praises to Yahweh Shimi Shai. Shalom to the elect.